Happy International Youth Day! First of all, allow me to express my gratitude for the chance to give a message to the launching of the Ambagan Puso ng Kalikasan as we celebrate the meaningful role and participation of young Filipinos in nation building. I would like to thank especially the organizers of this event, Regional Chairperson of the Ecological Justice League, J.M. Furcado, and of course, Vice Governor Ramon Bacorro Jr. for the chance to speak to an audience of promising youth leaders and advocates, the important drivers of our future. Youth, it is your collective action and in the individual choices that you make that we could start building a common future where nobody is left out. But of course, we are faced with difficult challenges ahead. We live our everyday lives, seeing and experiencing firsthand the manifestations of social ills and injustices. We may at times be confronted with the dilemma, and we start to question ourselves if indeed there is still a bright future ahead of us. If reality has already given us signs of an impending ecological crisis and the path has already been set, what is left for us to do then? This gives us a disheartening account of the present times, right? But please, let me take this opportunity to bring today a message of optimism, solidarity, and aspiration for change. At a personal level, we are not new to experiencing the challenges brought about by climate change. When we are hit by extreme weather events, including storms and heavy rainfall, we always see in the news the magnitude of their impact on families and communities. Destructive flooding and landslides most often lead to a heavy toll on lives and properties. Communities need to evacuate as a mitigating measure. Our farmers and fisher folks suffer enormous damage due to loss in their livelihoods. But let me tell you that this could be nature's way of speaking to us, that we need to do something in order to avoid going through the same ordeal multiple times into the future. Filipinos are known for having a strong culture of resilience. We easily adapt during times of crisis and just smile our way through. However, please allow me to explain that resilience doesn't stop here. We should not be passive actors in the grand scheme of things. We must realize that resilience is more than just having to endure the effects of climate change, but more on fighting to reduce our vulnerability. Here, we need you, our youth, the future of our country, to amplify your voices and make your concerns heard. We need you to consolidate your individual and collective efforts and call for the right measures to protect life and restore the environment. I am confident that you have what it takes to push against the status quo, and you are not alone in this long, fraught battle. Addressing the ecological and environmental challenges today is not an easy feat without efforts coming from all sectors, from the government, the private sector, and international organizations, from your communities, households, and immediate networks, and from all sectors in society that comprise the entire Filipino nation. We need the sustained pressure and repeated calls to action that all together we must address in urgency the climate crisis, for we only have one planet, and we want this planet that we call our home to host more dreams and hopes for a better and brighter future. Let us join hand in hand and tread the path that we choose to take. Ano ang ambag mo? Ano ang ambag ko? Ano ang ambag natin? At ano ang kaya nating gawin? Those are the questions that we ought to ponder on. In all this, let us keep in mind the importance of adopting sustainable solutions vital to health and life. Let us continue the fire burning because the process of creating change is a long-term commitment with many roadblocks and detours along the way. Let us not lose our way, for as long as we have a clear vision and we continue to be engaged in our advocacies, we will build onto that until the time that the next generation of trailblazers is ready to take on the torch. Again, thank you for allowing me to give you this message for this very important occasion. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Maraming salamat.